Just about everyone has taken a road trip in America. It's the thing to do. When I've taken road trips in the past, I always had an intended destination. As we hurried there, I would see road signs pointing to places I would like to have stopped and seen, but time didn't allow for it. So my brother Dave and I decided to take a road trip without a destination. We would just stop at sites we came across on the way that looked interesting. We took to calling it the Biggest Ball of Twine Tour. Join us on our senior adventure into the heart of America. Our first stop will be in Tennessee. Now, our first stop on our Ball of Twine tour, appropriately, is Buc-ee's. Okay, so I know. How goofy is it that our first stop on our Ball of Twine tour is at a Buc-ee's gas station? But if you've never been to one of these, you're really missing out. They are a destination on their own. Dave has never been to one because he's from the West Coast. He never heard of it. So we had to stop. First of all, it's the biggest gas station you've ever seen. The brand originated in Texas, as I understand, so you know everything in Texas is big. They are spreading around the South and are extremely popular. This one in Tennessee even has a car wash, which we used. The store is amazing with all types of food and gifts. Get the brisket, it's terrific. We decided we were going to visit the Smoky Mountains National Park, specifically the Cades Cove area. But on the way, we spied this. This is the Smoky Mountains Knife Showplace, the world's largest knife store. All right, this is one of those places that you always wanted to stop at, never did. This is the world's largest knife works. The knife store was more than just a large store selling knives. It was like a museum where you could purchase the displays. Don't miss the relics room, where they have antique items for sale. If you're looking for a Civil War era bullet or an antique coin, this is the place for you. It covers several floors, and it's obvious that they get a lot of traffic, as this is on the way to Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg. I think these were the biggest agates I've ever seen. And yes, they were for sale. We decided to pass up on these two tourist towns and head straight for the Smokies. During the 1920s, a growing push towards conservation of the land was popular. In 1926, President Calvin Coolidge signed a bill that established the Great Smoky Mountain National Park. The goal was to save the forest and wildlife who lived there. The park would include land from two states, Tennessee and North Carolina. In 1934, the two states donated 300,000 acres of land for the park. Another 150,000 acres had to be bought from the people who lived there and worked there. Money to buy the land was raised by state legislatures and ordinary citizens. We decided we wanted to visit that part of the park, so we decided to go to Cades Cove. In Cades Cove, we got to see a little of what life was like during the end of the 19th century. In the 1930s, the Civilian Conservation Corps, CCC, worked to get the park ready for visitors. They built roads, bridges, hiking trails, and campgrounds for people to enjoy. In September of 1940, the park was officially opened by President Franklin Delano Roosevelt at Newfound Gap. Today, the Great Smoky Mountains National Park is over 500,000 acres. It is known as the most visited park in the United States. We had to say goodbye to Tennessee and head north to Kentucky. Our goal was to go up to the Great Lakes region. Follow us along on our Ball of Twine tour into our next stop, the birthplace of Abraham Lincoln. Thanks for watching. More to come.